Hello, we have an unboxing video, and this is actually probably going to be in two parts because I'm pretty sure I know what this is. I am going to unbox this, but while I do so, check out the coffee in the description. A little bit goes a long way. It's just like a one-time Patreon donation instead of a recurring monthly thing. Helps a lot. Also, subscribe. Okay, well, first things first, he sent me a bunch of high chew candies, which is great. I love shit like this. Oh my, oh my. I know that didn't really show up on camera, but like, hilariously, when I was trying to pick up all of the high chew candies, and there's literally so much, fuck it. That's one way to pack a knife, hey? But we have the Cygnus V2 blade. Came with bushings, and okay, I was just like really scared that they fell out for a sec. The tip is like a little weird for some reason. It's hard to see, but it's kind of like got like a burr on it. But that's fine. It's at the very end. I'll just sand it off. So I'm going to compare the V1 blade with the V2 because at first I like the design of this more, and I think someone said that it was more neutral, but then I feel like someone said that this was more neutral, and no one seems to know. I asked LDY people, they don't fucking know for some reason. I don't know. So it's up to me to determine which one feels in what balance configuration. I'm gonna try them also with the original titanium spacers as well as the carbon fiber channel spacers. And yeah, I'll let you know after I've installed them. So, see you soon. Alright, I've just put on the blade and I just put on the titanium washers. Let's flip the stock configuration. I'm always like so scared to disassemble this knife because these scales can crack. I'm just trying to, let's see if I can get at least the pivot cranked down. It's like the spacer ones are always really scary. Okay, let's see. Still handle bias, but noticeably more neutral. Oh yeah, that burr is annoying. That burr is better. Okay. The tune right now, the tune is definitely worse. But that's on me. At least I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. I think I like this a lot. How sharp is this? Thankfully not terribly sharp. Okay. Yeah, I guess it feels more neutral. I am a fool. I should have weighed this. The V1 blade, let's weigh this right now. The V1 blade is 1.09. More info to come. Shit. It fans much nicer, I will say that. That's for rollovers. It definitely still rolls over. Like, definitely not a lack of momentum there. When I first got the Cygnus, I was still not super duper experienced in like many different Balisongs, and so I thought the Cygnus was like neutral. It's not. This is pretty good though. Shit. Fuck. It's like a knife that I'm super familiar with and yet not familiar with because it just feels a little different. Alright. I like this though. I just need to deal with this burr. Still sounds great though. Yeah, I can definitely get this tuned down. But I'm always like so fucking scared of disassembling this because every time getting a good tune on the Cygnus is like really finicky when you have 4 pairs of screws. This is yeah, the way this feels, like it's definitely still handle bias and it wobbles, but it wobbles more like with intention. So if possible, while I like the design of the V1 blade more, it seems the V2 blade is better. But I'm going to compare it with the carbon fiber spacers, and then I'm going to disassemble it real quick to... It sucks. I was like, I don't want to disassemble it, but I should. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, I finally have the spacers, and I uninstalled the blade to weigh it. My scale is... I would say mostly accurate, but I would like to the 100th of a ounce. Yes. The V1 blade I weighed, it was kind of oscillating between 1.13, but it settled on 1.09. The V2 blade was the opposite. It went from it settled on 1.13. So allegedly this blade is 0.04 ounces heavier. Take that with a grain of salt. I have an inexpensive scale. It's not exactly, it's a kitchen scale for flour and weighing ingredients. Not that I have in a while, but I have it for that. Well, I have it for this actually, but I also bake bread sometimes. I'm trying to just make sure I get the last tune on this good before I start flipping. And yeah, I don't know where my Torx 10. Oh. Let's see. This might be the best configuration. Actually, if anything, it feels possibly blade heavy. You can add weights to the spacers. Oh, no, this is good, I think. This might be the best configuration. We'll see. Oof, close. Oh, yeah. This flips, I can flip this with ease. This is definitely... So, like, the thing about the carbon fiber Cygnus scales that I made a video about is that they are, I think there's possibly lighter, but more than that, they distribute the weight more evenly. So instead of it being all in the ass, it's spread throughout the handles, and so it doesn't feel as ass heavy, or at least as handle bias. This Balisong now feels like neutral, but has like great momentum, albeit like fanning it does feel blade heavy in a way that, like, not that it wobbles, it actually fans pretty neutrally, but I do feel the pull. This is something I can get used to. So I would say if you have a V1 blade, the V1 blade is fine. I love the V1 blade with the carbon fiber scales, or the carbon fiber spacers, and the V2 blade I feel like is a little handle bias with the titanium spacers over here, but with the carbon fiber spacers they feel neutral. However, carbon fiber spacers also have several weight options that you can install at the ends of the handle. I don't think I will bother with those. It doesn't fan like super neutrally. It feels sort of neutral, but there's still a bit of something. So yeah, I guess I have answered. The V2 blade is more neutral than the V1 blade. And shit, I'm sorry I keep hitting the pop filter. It's just kind of... The way I see it is that the V2 blade flips better. I like the design of the V1 blade more. It looks more... Like, I mean, the Cygnus is a very modern design, and with a V1 blade, it kind of gives it that, like, ooh, I don't know, cutting-edge new design. Whereas like this one is a more traditional Japanese tanto, albeit with a bit of a flair to it. And but it does flip better, is my conclusion. So thank you for tuning in, and subscribe. Check out my various videos. One of my most viewed videos is 3 changes the Cygnus needs. I also have a video reviewing a carbon fiber, like talking about how different the carbon fiber spacers makes it, as well as having briefly owned a carbon fiber scale Cygnus with a V1 blade. So this is finally my first time with a V2 blade. Thanks to, what was his name again? Philip Sobel for selling me his V2 blade. And thanks. Like the video if you like it. If you find it helpful, the V2 blade is more neutral. Cheers. Happy flipping.